Yes, and we started talk.
Oh, I think, Anna, each time we go live, it's always with like,
Yes, and I always sit there waiting for the link, and then I say, "Yeah, there is this. It's another 1 minute to go."
it's always like that. But then people who are watching this live video or watching it whenever you see it, you can see Anna and I are live.
Yes, we are so alive.
Yeah, live and alive. Ah,
Yes,
yes, it's nice to be here.
yes.
Should we raise our glasses?
Oh, you have so exciting colors of the things you drink. What are now
Yeah.
the witch is coming from? I can tell. I can tell. What is this?
Mm. I was thinking I will have a drink that is a magical drink.
It looks
So this is
magic.
actually a juice you can buy
Mm.
in Netto.
No, okay. I thought you had it in kettles and you had put some.
It's a juice, and then I put some what is that, soda, Danish water in it, soda.
Ah, okay,
So,
okay.
but it looks interesting, doesn't
It
it?
looks
Beautiful
very
color.
interesting. But what kind of juice is it that you get that color? Or is it
It's, I think it's blue something, blue spirulina or something like that.
oh, so
It's
you're
in
really
a, I don't know the English word, and in algae, I think,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to see.
some kind
Well,
of
I
mushroom.
I stick to the pink bubbles.
Yes, but cheers, Anna.
Cheers, Nina.
And cheers to everyone who is watching this. It's Friday. It's time for celebration. It's 4 o'clock, at least in Denmark and Sweden. But wherever you are and whatever time zone you're in, we would like you to celebrate with us.
Yes. Cheers.
Mm.
Yes, and it was interesting. I was thinking that we always managed to show up here at 4 o'clock, and we have been doing this now since April, I think.
Yeah,
And I think that is something to celebrate, not just us, but just this little thing of being consistent. And even do you think it's really, really tiny steps? When you take them over time, they are so valuable and they make such a difference. I think that
it
is
makes
something to.
such a difference. And
Yeah.
and I talk to the my
Mm-hmm.
guides on the other
Mm-hmm.
side, and
Mm-hmm.
the other day I was walking. I was walking in the forest, and then I heard this sentence: "You don't know what you do until you do it."
Mm-hmm.
And so I got this sentence: "You don't know what you do until you do it." Yeah, of course, but wow, it really makes sense, because this thing about overthinking things, preparing yourself by
Mm-hmm.
thinking,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what you do until you do it. You
No.
cannot predict, you
Mm,
cannot know actually what it is until you do it.
mm, mm.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't
And
make so much, and when I link it into this, we haven't known what we did, we have just done it,
then we just do it.
and we do it every Friday, and it
Yeah.
develops.
Yes. 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 And I mean, it's not like we have this should end here and this should lead to this, and we should just because it has value as it is. But I think when you said that about you don't know, how did you say it? You don't know until you,
You don't know. No, my
yeah.
dog is here with me. You don't know what you do until you do it.
Yeah. I think that message was for me. You were
It,
meant to tell me
okay.
because I also have been thinking a lot about that this week. That I keep reading, I keep learning, I keep attending courses, and still I kind of get stuck when it comes to applying things. And then I realize, and I really have realized that this week. It's not until I apply all these things that's when I learn, and that's when I really make them part of me, and I really do or make these things happen. So I think that was a beautiful message. Thank you, Nina. Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You were
Yeah.
meant to send it to me, or perhaps to someone else who is watching, who is overthinking and staying stuck in situations because of they are too afraid to actually do these things they want to do.
We can I there is so much noise and I will just put my headphones on.
Hmm.
My youngest son got a friend over, so and my
Yeah,
dog wants to go out with the dinosaur.
yeah, but that's why I always had these ugly headphones on, because here is always noise.
They do like this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I hear you.
ah, good.
Yes, we're I it is so important for me as well, Anna, but to that you don't really know what you do until you do it.
Mm,
Because also in my life, I kind of think about what would I like to achieve, or how should it be, or I want to
hmm.
do, but not until I'm there do I truly understand what do I want to go with and what do I
Mm,
want to leave.
yes, yes. And also, that's when you can see the next step, because as long
Yes.
as you keep staying in that place where you're thinking, what will the next step be? It's so difficult to move forward. But once you dare to take that little step, before you know it,
Yes.
whoa, there is the next step.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that is so important.
And to 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 also to make another analogy, you know I go to not at Corona time because it's
Mm,
closed, but the Arthur Findlay College in England, which is the foremost finest place where mediums are
hmm.
taught and developed and spirituality is taught. Um, One of these times that I went there in the morning, I had a healing, and it was like spirit gave me this message. I was in space and I was standing in nothingness. I was standing on a platform with light in, a square with light in.
Mm,
And I understood that not until I dared to move my leg and step forward without
mm,
knowing there would be anything to catch me,
mm,
without me doing that, I would just stand still.
mm,
But to move forward, I needed to trust that if I did that, there came another square
mm,
with light in,
mm,
and
mm.
another square, and
Wow.
another square. So, so giving me that image of yes, you can stand still and like thinking about what you do, oh, ho, 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 ho. But you gotta be have trust in yourself and in the universe, or to your mentors, or who it is that once you dare to step forward,
Mm.
that's where you're being caught and
Yes,
held and
yes.
supported.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's so true, how important it is. And I have to remind myself all the time about this, having faith and trust that things will show up for me when it's time. Otherwise you get stuck, because
Yes.
you never know the full path to your goal or your life or whatever it is. But just by
Mhm.
taking these small steps and have faith, that, yeah, I don't know how, but somehow I will manage and something will
Yes,
show up, whether it's a new job, new apartment, a new client. But not
exactly.
as long as I just sit here in my chair and do nothing, nothing will happen. It's
Mm. But it's scary when you know what you got. You
yes,
got a square of light.
yeah,
You don't know if you're being caught. You don't know if
Mhm.
you fall and
Mhm.
like ooh, into
Ah.
nothingness. But once you dare to take that step, that's where
Mhm.
the universe
Yes.
will
Yeah.
catch you.
Yeah. And that will you will also grow from that when you notice that okay, it was okay for me to take that step.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
it's a bit easier to take the next step.
Hmm.
Mm.
And I am celebrating also this week, Anna, that my path in my work life, I have taken so many steps in so many directions, not really knowing where I was heading.
Mhm. Mhm.
But this week, I did another step that is really close to my heart. I
Oh.
dared to, from now on, I just do morning television for for children at 7 o'clock Monday morning with my wig on.
Yeah, I
N-
saw. I saw.
Nini,
Yeah.
the good
Nick,
fairy.
yeah.
And and I had this idea, and then I posted on Monday I will do this live, and then I suddenly came into what am I going to speak about? I have never thought about what I should. I was just
You were thinking about the wig and
yeah,
about
the wig, and I want to be there. That's going to be fun. But but also as a an old communication consultant, Anna, I
Mm,
am actually a communication consultant. That's
I
what I
know
started
you have
with.
great communication
Yeah.
skills, Nina.
But then I was thinking about what am I going to speak about? But just by doing it,
Mm,
w- that Sunday evening, almost at 12 o'clock at midnight,
mm,
yeah, I figured out I'm going to speak about magic.
yeah, of course.
Magic.
Mm, mm,
Because there is magic with this week and with this, but
mhm,
speaking about what is your magic, Anna?
mm,
Everyday magic. You got a magic. I've got a magic.
mhm,
And they are individual, they are unique.
mm,
So, what do you use your magic to, Anna? I know that both you and I, we are helping people. That's what we
mm,
use our magic to.
mm, yeah.
Some people use their magic to ski, being a skiing instructor.
Mm,
Some use it to take care of other people's children.
yeah. Yeah.
Some, but to find out what your magic is.
Yes. Wow, and what a
And
powerful message to have to children, because that's
to
something I
children.
want to teach my children who are a bit older. And I don't talk about magic because if I say magic, they will just
Yeah.
you and your woo woo stuff, mama.
Yes.
But the importance of learning how to trust your gifts, your
Yeah.
talents, and your desires.
Yes.
uh, and we are not taught that today, I think, in society. We're
No.
just put into a box and we should all be the same, and we should all strive towards the same goal. And before we know it, we like, yeah, like you are more than 50 years old and you just wonder what happened. And then you
Yes.
start thinking about perhaps I should do something that is closer to my heart, where I
Yes.
actually can use my magic like I
Yes.
was meant to, because I
Exactly.
really truly believe that I got some gifts that I was supposed to present to the world.
Exactly.
And yeah, and I guess that's why you show up in my life, Nina, because that made it easier for me to talk about these things. I knew them inside, but there are so few people you can talk about it without them looking at you like you were some weird doe.
Hmm. And Anna, some women have showed up in my life and
Mm,
giving me the permission to speak about
mm,
it.
mm,
So it's my finest job to pass this torch forward,
mm,
to
mm,
be to help others. So and I know when I light your light as my light
mm,
has been lit,
mm.
you will light other people's light.
Yes, yes, yeah, yes.
So
And that's
that's
also so beautiful. Just this bringing the light. I keep telling myself that when I feel perhaps have an anxiety, or if I'm going to a meeting where I feel not certain, I try to be in this feeling of, okay, I don't know what will happen, what I but I will be in the light, or I will bring the light. Whatever happens in this meeting, I will stay in the light. And it's like
exactly.
almost like a shield also. I mean, like a
Yes,
protective, both for me and for the other people.
it is. It is.
Mm.
And then you use your magic,
Yes, yes. And
because
also,
then
I
you
allow the other people to use their magic, I
exactly.
think.
Exactly. And how important it is that we accept that we are different.
Mm.
I give this picture about this image about a big puzzle, that
Yeah,
every human is a puzzle piece.
yeah.
And in a puzzle there are not two of the same
No, they.
pieces. No. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense to compare yourself with others.
No,
What
no.
makes sense is for you to realize, what kind of puzzle piece am I?
Yes, yes.
And when you know that, when you know your shape and you know your colors,
Hmm.
then you can also more easily find the pieces you fit together with.
Yes, that's a beautiful picture yeah, showing how it's like. That's how you can find the right people in your life, by being the more authentic you are yourself, the easier it is to find the pieces that are your
Exactly.
fit. So
So
I
I
wonder
I
if the,
I
mm,
feel my puzzle is coming into place now, like
uh,
understanding, well, at least right now, understanding who am I, speaking about magic, helping children and young adults, and but also adults to understand and embrace that inner magic, but
yeah,
especially to the children.
yeah, yeah,
Also because we have so many children now that are kind of different. They don't fit into school. They're too
mm,
sensitive. They're too blah, 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 blah.
yeah, yeah,
But to understand that they present an extremely important part of that big puzzle as well.
mm,
And they
mm,
don't need to compare themselves to others, but we as adults have to embrace those children and embrace
mm,
those new capacities,
yes,
the ability
yes,
to see and feel energy, to heal, and whatever they got, these
yes. And yeah,
children.
yeah, that's so true, because society is so yeah, not very allowing, or they sort of want us to fit in, or to be the same, and otherwise you are too expensive, or you are too yeah,
Yeah.
strange or weird, or you don't fit in, or you cause problems. Yeah. And I also think it's beautiful how, for you, Nina, the different things you have done in your life, how they sort of come together to one piece, with the TV and with the magic, and yeah, the stories. I think that's
And
fantastic.
the old desire to find costumes, to be in
Yeah,
costumes. I just love to do that.
yeah,
It's
yes,
I
yes,
played theater since I was 8 years old,
yeah.
in this theater group, but that's liberating when you have a also when you see people going to costume parties.
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
like when they bring something else on there, like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll show another part of myself. So if we
yeah.
can embrace that ability to, like when we wear wigs or funny
Mm-hmm.
costumes, that happiness, that
Yeah,
boldness
yeah.
into our daily life,
Yeah.
that would
And
be
now you really remind me about that, because I really, really love that too. And I love to go to these kind of parties where you dress up like something else or someone else. It's like
yes,
stepping into something completely different. But I haven't done that, I think, in 10 years or something.
yeah,
It's been so long. I think it's
yes,
time we arrange a party.
yeah,
I come to you and we have a
yes.
party with our wigs on.
Oh yeah, and that's really something to celebrate and to remember that magic ability and then happiness and, yeah, boldness and looseness. if is
Yes.
that's an English word.
Yeah.
To loosen up, to
Yeah.
be, yeah, that's
Yes.
something to celebrate.
That's a perfect message, I think, for a Friday celebration, to invite people to put something nice on, or put
Yes.
something crazy on, or put
Yeah.
more makeup than usual, or big earrings, or whatever it might be, and just
Yeah.
celebrate that it's Friday. I think that's
I think that should be the closing words, Anna.
yes, shouldn't it? Let's celebrate that.
Let's
Cheers.
celebrate. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to see you next Friday.
Yes, perhaps with a wig on.
Perhaps with the wigs on.
Yeah,
I got a
I see what
full.
I can find here in my.
Let's do that, Anna.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.